Around the corner from your house from the second I clocked out.
I don't give a fuck, Liz. You're fucked up.
How am I fucked up? Are you going to listen to me, or are you going to take over this whole...
Fuck you, dude. You're fucked up.
Stop speaking to me like this, Ed. Stop.
For you to even offer to give a coworker a ride home to El Cajon, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop. Stop belittling me. I don't deserve this. Stop. Stop.
You are fucked up in the head.
I called you and asked you, and you said...
I don't give a fuck.
Then why did you say yes?
Fuck you.
Why did you say okay?
Fuck you. Fuck you. You are fucked up in the head.
Sitting around the corner from your house from the...
You know what? Each time something new gets leaked, it just doesn't make things any better for the show. It really does not make things better for the show. Why? Because each time something gets leaked, the show gets exposed for its script. You know, it's exposed for how, you know, they definitely change certain things to run a certain narrative. How clearly they even tell cast members to say certain things, and this isn't healthy. But let's just talk about this situation for the people who don't know. In the most recent episode, Liz reveals that Ed cancelled the wedding, and the reason why he had cancelled the wedding was because of taco pasta, because allegedly what happened was that the taco pasta was too hot for Liz's child, and, you know, she didn't want to have it, but Ed was then given an attitude, which obviously caused an uproar, and they end up having a whole argument in front of, I believe, Ed's family, not Liz's family. I think it was Ed's family. Not as if that makes a difference anyway. So then fast forward, Liz wakes up, she hears from the pastor, hey, by the way, your wedding's been cancelled, I'm so sorry to hear about it. And then blah, 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 blah. But it's quite crazy because obviously in the episode, Liz does say that these two have fallen over bigger things in the past. So it doesn't make sense to why Ed would just cancel the wedding over something like this. Well, now we know why it doesn't make any sense, because it never happened. Well, maybe the situation did happen, but that's not why the breakup happened. This is the reality. This is the truth of what the breakup was all about. And I've got to listen to it again because this time I want to break it down. The first time, I was just letting it play. But let's get into it again.
Second I clocked out.
I don't give a fuck, Liz. You're fucked up.
How am I fucked up? Are you going to listen to me, or are you going to take over this whole...
Fuck you, dude. You're fucked up.
Stop speaking to me like this, Ed. Stop.
You know, God knows how many times over the years Ed has spoken to Liz with such disrespect. Now, we've seen the disrespect he's spoken to her when it comes to on screen, but of course, what happens off screen is always going to be the real disrespect. And obviously, in this one here, he's using a lot of foul language, you see what I'm saying? And also on top of that, he's not looking to listen to her, and he's definitely not even allowing her to even speak. Really and truly, it makes you sit and say, all those times that Liz took this man back, why? You took a man back that never respected you from the get-go, and still doesn't respect you now. So much for the last resort. Hey, but let's continue.
For you to even offer to give a coworker a ride home to El Cajon, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop! Stop belittling me. I don't deserve this. Stop. Stop.
You are fucked up in the head.
I called you and asked you, and you said...
I don't give a fuck.
Then why did you say yes?
Fuck you.
Why did you say okay?
Fuck you. Fuck you. You are fucked up in the head.
Sitting around the...
So here's the thing. When Liz called him and asked him for the permission, which clearly she did, and clearly he said yes, because he's not denying that. What made him change his mind? What made him go from 0 to 100 real quick? I mean, if I'm going to take a few guesses here, one guess would be that he was waiting to find an excuse this whole time to call off the wedding because he never wanted to marry Liz in the first place, which is a line that Liz does say in the show, that maybe he just never wanted to marry her in the first place, which, to be honest with you, does feel like the legit most truth, to be honest with you. Because really and truly, you can't say that you gave someone permission and then all of a sudden now you're annoyed with them. Now you're just going to switch it up. That doesn't make any sense. Not out of nowhere anyway. There has to be context behind it. Now, of course, at the same time, he asked the question of, why would you even offer a lift to somebody anyway? Well, then, when Liz rang him to ask him, you know, which is a very respectful thing to do, rather than doing it behind his back, did he ask her then, why do you want to give this person a lift? He obviously didn't. Then maybe he's gone away, made up some madness story in his mind, come back and say, you know what, you should have never even offered in the first place, so that's why we're done and dusted. Which obviously isn't fair, which goes back to the first point that he clearly left her because he was always going to do it. But let's just go back to the point. Because the matter of fact is, in this conversation now, he's asking her, why would you da-da-da? But then, like, he doesn't even give a chance to even explain why she decided to offer a lift to this person. Do you see what I'm saying? But hey, the matter of fact is, though, normally I would say something along the lines of Liz dodged a bullet. But to be honest with you, Liz got back at this man so many friggin' times that I could give a damn whether or not she dodged a bullet or not, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, she's the one that kept going back to the bullet every single time. She's just lucky enough that each and every time that she went back to the bullet until it came to now, she was finally able to do some Neo and dodge that bullet for the final, and dodge that bullet for the final last time. You know what I'm saying? But boy. Note to yourself, note to everybody here. Don't ever be in a relationship. Don't even be in a friendship with people that don't speak to you with respect. With people that cut you off. People that are just going to speak to you as if you're absolute garbage. Like, what is this nonsense? Really and truly. Now, of course, there's a big difference between, you know, somebody that is generally just disrespectful to you because they just generally don't like you and they're just complete an a-hole, compared to somebody who just does it, I guess, just to be a menace or whatever. It really depends, doesn't it now? But either way, though, this is not it. This is not the way. This is unacceptable. This is disgusting. And I'm just annoyed that it took Liz this long to get away from him. And to be honest with you, let's just say that the tackle thing did really happen. The fact that she even put herself in a position where she was going to have an argument in front of her own child with this guy is crazy to me. So accountability has to be held on all fronts. Nonetheless, though, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.